my channel, and if you are new, welcome to my channel. My name is Dina. Welcome to Magic Unleashed. Today's going to be kind of a chit-chat style video because there was a topic that I really wanted to talk about, which is free will and witchcraft. Free will being very closely linked to consent. And honestly, this topic could branch off so much. There's so many things we could talk about, but there's one specific thing I wanted to talk about, and that is love spells. I decided to talk about this because of one video that I have on my channel that gets a lot of spam comments, and that is my self-love jar video. I'm not even joking, guys. I have to delete spam comments on the daily. Not even joking, like maybe like 1 to 5 comments a day that are just spam on that video. And it's really frustrating because the jar spell was really about bringing more love to yourself and accepting yourself and feeling more confident in yourself. And that's not a spell that's specifically for like gaining love from somebody else. I think that it's very important to start with that self-love, and that's why I made that video. But I get all these spam comments all the time about, oh, the great caster Dr. So-and-so from Facebook or this website brought my ex back to me or helped me get this person's love or blah 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 blah. Like, it's always like the great caster, and it's just like, oh my god. And one, it's annoying because spam's always annoying, and I don't want any of my subscribers or viewers to click the link and, you know, get scammed by something. Like, that's concerning to me. So I always, like, as soon as I see the notification come up, I go and I report it right away so it's removed, which becomes tiresome when you're getting them like daily and you're like, seriously, like, will these ever end? That's not even what the video's about. And this made me want to talk about my views on love spells and how that relates to free will, because I definitely have a strong opinion on the matter. So when it comes to love spells, and first of all, I've never done any other love spell except a self-love spell. I personally don't have the need. Like, I found my man before I actually got into witchcraft. Self-love was more important to me because I was struggling with some mental health, self-esteem stuff that I really wanted to work through, and it was helpful. For some people, of course, it makes sense that they'd want to use love magic if they are trying to attract a person. However, in my personal opinion, I don't think love spells should be used to gain someone's love specifically. And the reason for that is I feel like this goes against their free will. Now, the way I look at it, it's very much about consent. Just as in the normal day, if you are not a witch or you're not practicing witchcraft, you wouldn't force someone to be with you. You wouldn't force yourself on someone else. That is disturbing. That is not consent, and no one should be forced upon or expected to love or be attracted to somebody else. That's not how things work. In order for a relationship to work, both parties have to consent to the relationship and be okay with it and have feelings for each other. I don't think that this should be any different when it comes to witchcraft. And people that do love spells on other people, or, you know, like do a love spell because like, oh, I have this crush and I want them to like me back, I need a love spell. And like, unfortunately, there's so many different people and scammers out there that will literally like feed off of this, and they'll try to get people to buy their love spells, and there's just so many people that get scammed out of a lot of money, which is why I am on top of deleting these spam comments on my video. In my personal opinion, I think this is the completely wrong way to go about things. And if you are looking to attract someone, even if it's somebody you're attracted to specifically, there are ways to do love magic to help facilitate this, but without going against somebody's free will. I think in this particular situation, if you're looking to amp up your love life, if you're trying to find the right person, even if you have somebody specifically in mind, instead of doing a love spell specifically to attract them or make them love you, I think what you should do instead is do a love spell that helps draw the right person to you. And if that person is in fact the right person, then they'll naturally come towards you. I think by doing magic to attract the right person and letting the universe kind of take over and do its thing is also extremely good, because you are attracting a person that is good for you, not who you think is good for you. And a lot of the time, the person that we want or the person that we like isn't what is actually best for us. I can tell you firsthand from my past experience that a lot of the guys that I have gone for have not been the right person for me, have been complete total jerks, and I don't know why I ever went for them in the first place. If I was practicing witchcraft back then and like try to get one of those people to like me, like, how is that helping anyone? It's not helping the other person, because because you're literally forcing them to like you. That goes against their free will. It takes away their consent from them. But also, I'm attracting somebody that's not even the right person for me, where there could be the right person out there for me. Like, imagine if I did that. I might not be with Ian right now, and Ian is literally the perfect man for me. He's my soulmate. I'm gonna marry the guy. Like, he's so perfect for me. And I did not force that. It just happened. It happened when I least expected it. So I think it's important to use love magic in a way to help the universe know, like, hey, like, I'm looking for somebody. I want the right person. Let's bring that energy in. Let's attract the person that is right for me instead of forcefully trying to get one person. I think consent and free will is a topic that every single practicing witch needs to like think about and kind of have that talk with themselves to figure out where their morals stand and everything. And obviously this is my personal opinion. However, I do think free will is very important in magic, and it gets a little bit foggy though, because in certain types of magic, like baneful magic for example, yes, that may be going against someone's free will. That is kind of taking their consent away from them. So you wonder, like, what's okay? You know, where do we draw the line? I have to say, although I've never practiced baneful magic myself, if someone is causing extreme harm to somebody else and you wanted to do a spell to, for example, bind them, and I think that's a little bit less intense personally than like cursing them, is binding them, kind of like basically doing magic to try and stop them from hurting other people. I think that is more okay to me than taking someone's free will of their feelings and emotions from them and trying to force them to fall in love with you. I personally think that the previous situation of like someone causing harm and you're like, okay, I'm gonna bind them to stop them from doing this, you're doing that for unselfish reasons, whereas if you're trying to force someone to love you doing love magic, that is extremely selfish magic. And I don't think magic should just be selfish personally. Yes, we do a lot of magic to get things that we want, whether it's money, whether it is success, whatever it may be. Yes, magic in many ways is selfish. However, I think when we're practicing magic, we should also be taking in consideration the people around us, how it affects the people around us, and is it for the greater good? Is me practicing the spell for the greater good? I think when you're practicing magic, you should get very, very much clear on your intentions, and is it worth it? Ask yourself, is there any part of this that doesn't feel right to me? Is there any part of this that does not feel ethical? Because if there is even just the tiniest little inkling or feeling that this is maybe something that you shouldn't do, then I just wouldn't do it in general. And you know, there's not going to be anybody else policing you and your actions but yourself. No one's gonna know what witchcraft you're doing in your bedroom. Like, there's no cops going around being like, oh, you went against someone's free will and you did this. There is no one policing this. There is only you policing yourself and possibly the negative reactions in the universe that might happen because of the magic that you did. You may pay for your actions in a way that you don't even realize it. So it's very important to really take that into consideration. Anyways, I just thought this was a topic I really wanted to touch on because it drives me nuts that I keep getting these spam messages when that's not even what the video's about. So thank you so much for listening to this topic. It's just something that I really wanted to get off my chest and talk about. I thought it was very important, and I hope you guys gained something from it. I hope it gave you some maybe clarity on like what kind of love magic you want to do. If you do want to get into love magic, obviously there's so many different books out there and different people believe different things. But anyways, if you guys did like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. It does help out my channel, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button because I put up new videos every single week and I wouldn't want you to miss out on them. I hope you guys have a beautiful day or night, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye guys!